right, winter's blast, it continues. Not just snow and ice that we're talking about, though, but how about the temperatures that make it all possible? Let's focus in on the temperatures because the biggest burst of Arctic air, it is still on its way. It is yet to come. And I know that may be hard to believe for folks waking up in some areas that are in the teens, if not falling to zero this morning. But for millions of Americans, we'll be talking about temperatures not just below freezing, but in some cases, sub-zero temperatures. When you look at the low temperature below 32 degrees, so we talk about our low temperatures, what you'd have in through the overnight, early morning hours. A lot of you will be below freezing. And to be quite honest, you'll be begging to be at that 32-degree mark. The deep cold for tomorrow morning, we'll be looking at it here on Weather Command tomorrow morning. It is going to be in the upper Midwest, the northern plains, the Great Lakes, and it does spread further to the east. So for Friday morning, especially for areas into the Northeast, that will be your colder morning of the stretch. Then we see another burst of very cold air the weekend into early next week. So hundreds of millions of you, we're all feeling it together, okay? So this is a look at the temperatures right now. Fargo going up a degree. Thank you, sunshine. Minot now at 2. It's an improvement from 0. Pierre at 17. Minneapolis, St. Paul right around 18 degrees. Duluth is cold. Even Chicago, 27 degrees. But notice the wind direction. So we do have a front that's sliding off to the east and south, but the wake of the front, a north wind. The front of the front?
Front of the front?
The front of the front, ahead of the front. It's more of a south-southwest wind. The cold air, there's just no way around it, and it will be very dangerous cold.
You were highlighting all the areas where the temperature was warming. My eyes went to Omaha, which was at 32, but is now down to 29.
Oh, look at you.
So that cold air, it'll still advect, and it's got staying power.
Yeah.
I think you look at what tomorrow morning and Friday morning could feature. It's going to be much colder in the Northeast, but still it's worth mentioning that even right now it's a little chilly.
Yeah.
A little cooler than average, but it's going to get a lot worse. Yeah, a lot worse.
How many layers can you put on?
Yeah.
You know what, you're right. A lot of those areas like Omaha have already seen their warmest temperature of the day.
Enjoy the cold.
Going in reverse. It's upside down world if you are watching Stranger Things. Okay, New York, cold night for you too. But again, your coldest morning, your coldest night has yet to come. Forecasted highs and departure. So Bismarck, 20 degrees below average. Pierre, colder than average. Des Moines, colder than average. St. Louis, tell Mama and Papa Morgan,
yeah,
you got to bundle up.
I'm going to be on the cold side, all of Illinois. I mean, we look at the snow that fell in Chicago over the weekend, and that cold air, you get an air mass like this, and what would typically maybe help things just a little bit if the ground wasn't covered in snow, well, this snow is going to help cool things off dramatically, especially with that ridge of high pressure by tomorrow morning settling into parts of the Midwest, maybe right over Iowa, which is important because some of our coldest temperatures tomorrow morning could be there. Maybe in Wisconsin, maybe in Minneapolis, but right close to where that low's parked.
Your heater is going to be working on overtime. And when you see that bill in a couple of weeks, it'll be worth it. But I know heat is expensive. Gas is expensive. But you have to turn the heat on, and you have to find a way to stay warm. For Thursday morning, the potential for records, it does start to spread. And when you talk about how being below average translates into temperatures, well, look at all these. Look at all these potential records we could break for Thursday into Friday morning. But it does translate in some cases to below zero. There's not a huge wind, but there's just enough wind that does make it even worse.
It's true. This isn't unprecedented. I mean, we have seen temperatures this cold, but we don't typically see them this early. So, you know, you manage that. You understand that maybe the I don't know if people even do this, but you wait to grab the real winter stuff till later in the year. You'll need it tomorrow. You need the stuff that you would typically wear in January and February as things are staying brighter longer, but still it's cold as cold can be. That jacket needs to come out tonight.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning.
I was looking at my new coat. I have a wool coat, and it has a graphic of how warm it can keep you given the temperature outside. And I love that diagram.
Yeah.
Because it really does put into perspective which types of coats are necessary. I advanced just to give you an idea on Friday morning some of the potential lows for Kalamazoo, Binghamton, New York, Portland, Maine that could be within record territory. 1989 was apparently a big year. Not only did we get Taylor Swift,
it's true,
but we also had record cold out of places in the Northeast.
That's so true. What a year.
So true.
What a year. You were born in 89. You're old.
And some of those are gifts that keep on giving.
That's so true. And the temperatures in the Northeast will only get worse, as we were mentioning.
Yes.
This is going to be the coldest morning of the entire week, of the whole season so far, Friday morning.
Great.